Julio is good to go. The Atlanta Falcons wide receiver will play against the New Orleans Saints this week. Jones is dealing with ankle and thumb injuries. Jones was limited in practice Thursday after sitting out on Wednesday. In Atlanta's Week 14 win over the Saints, Jones hauled in 5 catches on 11 targets for 98 yards. Jones is third in the league with 1,215 receiving yards on the year, but this is the first season since 2012 that he is averaging fewer than 100 receiving yards. Here are the other injuries we're tracking Friday heading into this weekend's games. 1. Buffalo Bills wide receiver Kelvin Benjamin continues to deal with a nagging knee injury, and it remains to be seen if he'll play in Sunday's game against the New England Patriots. Benjamin is listed as questionable for the game and was limited in Friday's practice session. Benjamin was a limited participant in practice Thursday after sitting out Wednesday. Cornerback E.J. Gaines' knee and defensive tackle Kyle Williams' groin are also questionable. 2. Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver Allen Hurns' ankle is questionable to play against the San Francisco 49ers, while Marquise Lee's ankle will not play. 3. Baltimore Ravens wide receiver Jeremy Maclin knee sat out practice again and is listed as doubtful for Saturday against the Indianapolis Colts. Offensive tackle Ronnie Stanley illness is questionable to play. 4. Indianapolis Colts coach Chuck Pagano ruled receiver Dante Moncrief ankle, offensive lineman Denzel Good knee, tight end Brandon Williams concussion and defensive back Rashawn Melvin handout for Saturday's game against the Baltimore Ravens. 5. Minnesota Vikings cornerback Mackenzie Alexander rib, offensive tackle Riley Reiff ankle and safety Andrew Sendejo ankle are questionable for Saturday against the Packers. 6. Green Bay Packers coach Mike McCarthy said wide receiver Davante Adams won't play Saturday against the Minnesota Vikings because of the concussion he suffered last week against the Carolina Panthers. Cornerback Davon House shoulder back will try to play this week after returning to practice Wednesday. He is questionable for the game. Linebacker Nick Perry ankle, shoulder is doubtful to play and guard Jari Evans knee and linebacker Clay Matthews hamstring are questionable. 7. The Tennessee Titans placed cornerback LaShawn Sims on injured reserve after he suffered a hamstring injury in Wednesday's practice. 8. Carolina Panthers wideouts Devin Funchess shoulder and Russell Shepard shoulder, linebacker Shaq Thompson foot, guard Tyler Larson foot and defensive end Mario Addison hip are questionable to play against Tampa Bay. 9. New York Jets right guard Brian Winters abdomen will not play against the Los Angeles Chargers. Running backs Matt Fortaney and Elijah McGuire illness and center Wesley Johnson hip are all questionable, while defensive lineman Leonard Williams concussion is expected to play. 10. Washington Redskins linebackers Ryan Anderson knee and Zach Brown Achilles toe hamstring will not play against the Denver Broncos. Washington will place left tackle Trent Williams knee on season-ending injured reserve. 11. Chicago Bears guard Josh Sidon ankle is doubtful to play against the Cleveland Browns, while tight end Adam Shaheen chest tackle Tom Compton concussion and defensive back Chris Persinski concussion are questionable. 12. New York Giants defensive end Jason Pierre-Paul is dealing with a broken finger on his right hand, NFL Network's Kimberly Jones reported. However, JPP will continue to play out the season and will heal after the year is over. 13. Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver Deshaun Jackson ankle and defensive end Robert Ayers shoulder will not play against the Panthers. Tight end Cameron Brate hip, knee, linebacker Levante David hamstring and defensive tackle Gerald McCoy biceps are questionable. 14. Tennessee Titans cornerback Logan Ryan ankle is questionable to play against the Los Angeles Rams, despite sitting out practice all week. Fellow corner LaShawn Sims hamstring is headed to injured reserve. 15. Pittsburgh Steelers guard Ramon Foster concussion and cornerback Cody Sensabaugh shoulder were limited in practice on Friday. 16. The Los Angeles Chargers have ruled out linebacker Denzel Perryman hamstring and defensive tackle Corey Lujat knee against the Jets. Tackles Joe Barksdale hip and Russell Okung groin and running back Austin Eckler hand are questionable. 17. The Oakland Raiders placed left tackle Donald Penfoot on injured reserve. 18. Detroit Lions center Travis Swanson concussion will not play against the Cincinnati Bengals, while guard TJ Langford is doubtful to play. Tackles Brian Mihalik illness and Rick Wagner ankle are listed as questionable. 19. Cincinnati Bengals linebacker Vontaze Burfict, running back Joe Mixon and cornerback Dre Kirkpatrick have all cleared concussion protocol and are expected to play against the Lions. 20. Kansas City Chiefs linebacker Justin Houston illness is questionable to play against the Miami Dolphins. 21. The New England Patriots listed the following players as questionable: wide receiver Chris Hogan shoulder, defensive lineman Eric Lee ankle, wideout Matthew Slater hamstring, linebacker Kyle Van Noy calf, and running back James White ankle. 22. Dallas Cowboys left tackle Tyron Smith back knee is questionable to play against the Seattle Seahawks. Smith was limited Friday after missing practice the 2 days prior. Tackle La'el Collins back and cornerback Orlando Scandrick back are also questionable, while defensive end David Irving concussion has been ruled out. 23. Seattle Seahawks linebacker Frank Clark toe was limited Friday and is questionable to play against Dallas. Linebacker DJ Alexander concussion will not play.